Okay, so this is part 2 for intuition, you know. Yeah, so tune in. So the second pointer is your intuition will tell you things that people can gaslight you about. Trust your intuition anyway. Yeah. In these times, there are so many illusions, my friend. Yeah. You know, I can tell you an experience that validates this pointer. Now, I laugh because, you know, sometimes you can insult people, you know, but it's so easy to do, you know. But yeah, this Yamed, I choose to follow me in a locks. She come and I was following her as well, you know. I watch her content, but anyway, it was cool. But I realized that some secret, you know, animosity was there. Yeah. And it was just getting weirder and weirder by the day. And even though she was trying to act friendly in my face, she did some very, you know, underhanded things. But anyway, I follow my intuition, catch the rake, and just block that motherfucker. Because, you know, you have to protect your peace, you know. Yeah. Some people weird, you know. And I understand that a lot of them, they have fun bullying people, you know. They like it. They like that energy. I don't know. It feeds, you know, a certain essence in them, and it's like it drives them to a pinnacle that they love. So yeah, in a standard and protect yourself. You see me? So the third pointer is, as a woman, your intuition is connected to the knowing wisdom of your womb. This is how the divine speaks to you and through you. That's where you seek your validation. Yeah. Some people hate that, will hate you because you make your own decisions, you know. And I can't understand that. I like people who think for themselves, you know. They say 2 heads better than 1. Yeah, use your brain and don't let it use you, you know. You should trust yourself, you know. It's important too. Because this world sees women as inferior, you know. And we endure so much. And we would still find that faith to hold on to life and to, you know, hope for better. But, you know, I'm learning more and more to trust the divine, you know. Trust myself more than anything. Yeah. You see this brethren in my comments sometime, I say teamwork make the dream work, but Without the Almighty present in that, nah go work. No matter how much a team we don't want to be. You see? Because I like the saying that says, God is not the author of confusion, but man is, you know. And it's true. Because once some of them egos start get inflated or broken down, you know, it's war. Can't deal with that. Puppy girl, you know. But my fourth pointer is this now. Your intuition will guide you away from illusions, whether it's people, places, or things. Embrace that clarity and alignment, then move accordingly. You see? Now, I don't really talk about my father, but that man showed me so much that he don't really give a fuck, you know. I'm gonna have to just accept that and just move on with my life. I don't have nothing to prove, you know. But me have to protect my peace. You see? And those people would never protect my peace. Yeah? You have to see that sometimes. People who won't protect your peace and honor your name. You don't need for their own them people. You don't need to have them people around. You don't need to connect to them people. You see? And understand that it's not entirely you cause them to be like that. It's not you, you know. It's just who they are. You have to just accept that. No. Those who choose to be alone realize that they are never really alone, you know. And it's freedom. Yeah. I've learned so much how to govern myself, you know. I'm just cool, yeah. I'm just cool, just living, right? And so many people try to distract me from that. You see? Because when I started to do music, you know, music, like, that's a journey. And even though I haven't achieved, like, the status of becoming, you know, this famous singer, right? Who I have become during that journey is much more of gold, you know, for me, honestly. And I mean, my biggest goal was to even sing, you know, so. And I'm growing more and more in my craft, so yeah, I'm grateful for that. But let's get back to this, you know. Your intuition is the bridge to your faith. Use it in the time of the unknown or within stillness. It is your guide for discernment, you know. When the divine, you know, put you alone. You should understand that it's a privilege, to peel back the layers. And with Tyra Spalding, she was being pushed into an awakening, and if she had survived that ego death, she would have been so powerful after, you see. And yeah, you should be aware of those kind of things, because, man, you have to learn to really let go, It's wise to let go. Because I've faced so many misfortune, but the lessons, man, it's gold, And I carry those. I carry the lessons. But not the baggage, not the pain, you see. And you have to reassure yourself, that you can come back from anything, You see. You have to reassure yourself that if anything happens, you're gonna do what is best for you to have safety and peace, even if it means to let go, you see. Because a lot of things that we attach ourselves to, it draws from our essence more than it adds to it, you see. And it's important to be genuine with yourself, And I understand some people like confusion, but you have to let yourself know that you don't have to tolerate that, you see. You don't. After that ego death, there was so much peace, a whole lot of peace, like, man. It's like my essence was renewed, And I can truly say, at that time, I found God. I found me. And I don't like to use the word God, because it's so overused, and people call themselves that, and that is great, you see. But I like Almighty, because Almighty, it's oneness. It's the mightiest. It's the source. Yeah. And I know that there is a source, and I'm not far from it. Yeah. You're not. it's not outside of you. And I know that it's not outside of me, you know. And I'm firm in that knowing. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the 6-pointer. Alright. Groundation in nature strengthens the clarity of your intuition as well as being authentic and true to your values. Yeah. No. Connecting to the elements, right? You can sit around a fire, you can sit around water, you can sit in a mountain top that is windy. You know, you can sit on the ground. Whichever way you're connecting to the elements. And that, my friend, you know, it connects to, you know, each one connects to a certain aspect of us, yeah. But it kind of does the same thing, you know, as in to bring clarity. You see, and not to mention our values. I believe a certain way that people should be treated, you know, and people who don't hold that same mindset, I don't try to connect myself to them. You know, I don't try to force an alignment, you know, and that will cause you to be, you know, alone a lot of the times, and that's okay. That should be okay. Yeah. As a woman, you should love your freedom. Come on, you should love your peace. Yeah. And anything that's not adding to that, why tolerate it? Why deal with it? You know. You see. And I'm not a woman that runs from problems, you know. I do seek to have compassion for others, you know, and to understand. But when I see that that is not reciprocated, why would I stay around, you know? I desire to connect with more intelligent people because it's less drama. It is, you know. And intelligence is not just about books or, you know, it's the ability to think for yourself. Because sheep-minded people are easily swayed, you know. And I'm not a person that is easily swayed. Yeah. And you have to hold a certain sense of clarity to not to be easily swayed. You see? You know, some people don't like how I operate, you know, guys. Yo. Remember this brethren, he must have cut off all females. For God knows what. But anyway. He betrayed me. And it's been years since I cut him off. And it's been years since he's trying to talk to me. Now, it's weird. Yeah, that is creepy. You should understand yourself and understand what you have done. And stay away. And evaluate yourself and go change and move on with your life. You see me? But I say this to say, people show me who them is. I believe them. You see? I believe them. I try to paint another picture. I'm done compromising, especially, you know. If you even give, you know, the benefit of the doubt to others. No. So many people say they want to help me, but they have caused more damage than help. You see? And I have learned that, you know, something as serious as betrayal, you know, it's dishonoring. And once people do that, you should just cut the slates clean, you know. Because, man, at one point, you know, when I was around Miss Watson, and I loaned to her, you know, a couple books. So in me trying to retrieve those books, right, and she purposely held on to one. But anyway, I decided that I am not going for that one. She can keep that shit. She can keep it. Because I realize, you know, my intuition showed me so many times that this woman is out to set you up, set up your life, like seriously. So after the day that I went for my books, and I got a call from her daughter saying that, you know, if I saw Miss Watson, because she left the house and, you know, without her phone, and we haven't heard from her. So I pick up instantly that this is a bait, you know, and I don't take bait up. You see, I'm a warrior, to be true. You see, I take bait up. So when I see that, I just cut all communication, you know. I stop communicating. You see, no. It sounds so crazy, you know, but yeah, I can't take it serious. You see, because me understand where people are trying to do in this world. You see, and once you know certain things, you see, and you become a target. And a lot of them never want them secret come out. You see, but them now no regards for nobody. Well-being, them not care about people. You see, I'm gonna like them type of people, eh? But this is the last point, you see. So, yeah, your intuition is truly the only assistance you can always rely on. Yeah. We just start move, you know, like I wanted, and I am. Because, you know, with Tyra Spalding, she was talking about how some people, like the events that she went to, you know, certain places, or even her workplace, where all of them seemed to be like they were working together, you know. Yeah, and like they knew something that she didn't know. They all knew something that she didn't know. And it was like the same thing for me. You see? You have some friend just switch up on me. I mean, no, because that snake there when you Miss Watson just, slid her away and start her smear campaign. Even with anti-natural, him too, But anyway, them alright. Me leave them to the Almighty. Because this ain't my first rodeo, And I trust the Almighty more than I trust people. You see, but it can be scary though, And it's like a crucifixion. It is, Because you can do so much good to people and they will still treat you like, say, you're this monster. And I know I don't go around trying to do things to people that can mess up them life, But yeah, I see it's all about control. And when you're a woman that has strong intuition, you're the hardest to control, When you trust that, you're the hardest to control. Yeah, so be dangerous. Be hard to control. Yeah, who want like it, who don't, them not make a tea. Them not make a breakfast. But yeah. Man. I gotta have some serious story times one time. To get into some details about some things, cause yeah, I've seen a lot, And people think it's so vague when I say, I see through people. In 6 sense, when they look at you and say, oh, I see dead people. I see through them motherfuckers. Yeah. Plain. And it's not like I pretend, it's just that I know it's none of my business. Them have to go deal with themselves and me. I mean, we Jamaicans like to talk about, Jesus. He knew every single one of his disciples and, their weakness. And it's so funny, I was watching the movie the other day, The Passion of Christ. And to see that, he was a spiritualist. Yeah. And he was teaching people about healing and goodness. And to see that even when the time when his enemies came up and was saying that, they should crucify him, and they brought out Barabbas. That part killed me, because Barabbas don't fuck up everybody, and they still choose him. Yeah, it's crazy. Human beings doom, brother. But yeah. But after that, people talk about him raising up 3 days later. That's like the phoenix, and that's the ego death, that happens. It happened to me. You see? It's an ego death. It's symbolic for an ego death and the rising of the phoenix. You see? Well, yeah, I hope this was insightful. Take care.